average American now carries 23 extra pounds.
Heart disease and stroke will claim the lives of 460,000 American women.
Prostate cancer is now the most common cancer in American men.
Overweight and obesity rates are at dangerously high levels. The Obama administration has worked to support Americans who want to improve their health and nutrition.
So why is it that Americans keep getting fatter in spite of government efforts ranging from calorie posting to new school lunch programs?
Being overweight and obese is the second leading cause of preventable death in the U.S.
Let me ask you something. How many meals do you eat in a day? Probably 3, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Just right.
Well, guess what? Those 3 meals a day? It's a scam. Yep, you heard me right.
Even if they want to cut down, even if they know it's killing them, they find they can't stop.
When it comes to obesity, the way that we've understood the problem is it's a failure of willpower. People are just making bad choices. They're somewhat lazy. It's basically their fault. This is American government data for men and women, all different ages. What you see is between 1960 and 1975, there's a fairly steady percentage of obesity in the population. But in the mid-1970s, obesity starts going up in all of the groups simultaneously.
One thing many people don't realize is that factory processing changes the textural properties of food. An interesting fact about soft food is you're not chewing it as much. That actually short-circuits the normal satiety mechanisms that you would have if you were actually chewing food properly.
But eating is a multi-sensory experience. There's the look of the food, there's the smell of the food, there's the feeling of the food on your fingers.
There's a lot of competition out there, and food companies make their money by the amount of products we consume from them. And there are hours in the day in between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What happens between those hours? They want us to snack.
For generations, we've been told to eat 3 meals a day to be healthy. But this idea isn't from your grandmother. It's a marketing trick that's been pushed on us by the food industry.
When a kid is pulling his tray down the school lunch line, see federal policies in action. And this is because the government contracts. It has nothing to do with the health of the children. It has all to do with the financial health of the big agribusiness entities.
And it's not doing us any favors. Today, we're going to break down how eating 3 meals a day is just an advertising ploy. And why skipping a meal or 2 could actually be better for your health.
Although aging is so much more important than weight for disease risk, bad food, overeating, and obesity are making things even worse.
Wall Street started evaluating corporate health. The insurance industry wins. The medical care system wins. Nobody profits from people being healthy.
Multiple clinical trials have demonstrated that the fasting mimicking diet lowered the average biological age of participants by 2.5 years.
Before you grab your next breakfast burrito, stick with me. I'm about to explain why the 3 meals a day myth has been holding you back from your best health. Let's dig into the truth, shall we? Let's step back in time. For most of human history, people didn't eat 3 meals a day. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that this idea took off. Before that, our ancestors often ate 2 meals, one in the morning and one at night, sometimes a snack in between. But then came the industrial age, and guess what? Companies wanted us to eat more so they could sell more.
Kellogg's waits for you with vitamins, iron to helping you have a great day. A very good part of starting your bright new morning is Kellogg's way. Loops or rice or smacks, flakes or bran or jacks, with Kellogg's you'll start a great day.
Any one of these Kellogg's cereals is a nutritious part of this complete breakfast, and that includes milk, juice, toast, and spread. When you start with Kellogg's, we'll be there to help you say,
it's gonna be a great day.
In the early 20th century, breakfast foods like cereal were marketed not just as delicious, but as nutritious and essential for the healthy start to your day. This cleverly promoted eating more frequently, and it worked. 3 meals a day became the norm. But is it the best for our health? By the way, the whole 3 meals a day thing wasn't even really a tradition. It was just smart marketing by big food corporations that wanted us to consume more. So what if we told you that fasting, yes, going without food for periods of time, was actually natural for the human body? Think about it. Before refrigerators and supermarkets, humans would often fast during periods of food scarcity. We survived just fine without the 3 meals a day structure.
When you ingest food, there's a shift in your nervous system towards so-called parasympathetic mode. That is, the more relaxed, you probably heard it as rest and digest, that can indeed make us very sleepy. However, if we have any food, if we have enough of it, that is, if our gut is full, it diverts blood to our gut and we become sleepy and we can't focus as well. So a lot of people really like fasting in the state of being fasted for focus and concentration because they don't have as much of that parasympathetic activation. They're just not as sleepy. So being fasted is great for focus and concentration and actually can improve neuronal function.
The truth is, fasting has been shown to promote anti-aging, reduce inflammation, and improve mental clarity. Plus, intermittent fasting can actually help regulate blood sugar and improve gut health.
Because our gut has a massive impact on our mental health and on our physical health and our risk of loads of different diseases and disorders. And actually, the more we look at gut health, the more we realise that it is impacting every part of our body and every system in our body.
Something eating 3 meals a day can't always do. Fasting is like giving your body a hard reset. Think of it as hitting refresh on your computer. You give your digestive system a much-needed break. And guess what? Your metabolism and immune system get a boost. Now let's talk about gut health. Your gut is like the control center for everything: digestion, energy, and even your immune system. And if you're eating 3 large meals a day, guess what? You're probably overloading your gut. That constant influx of food doesn't give your digestive system time to process properly.
Fasting has been linked to increasing autophagy in the neurons, regardless of the metabolic privilege offered the neurons.
When you fast, your gut gets time to rest and rejuvenate. Fasting has been linked to a healthier microbiome, which is essential for better digestion and improved nutrient absorption. So, that snack every 2 hours routine? It's actually doing more harm than good. That's right. By skipping a few meals, you're doing your gut a favor. No more bloating, indigestion, or sluggish feelings. Just a fresh start every day. Who doesn't want to age like a fine wine, right? Well, fasting might be your secret weapon against time. Studies have shown that fasting can actually trigger autophagy, a process where your body gets rid of damaged cells and regenerates new, healthier ones. It's like your body's own anti-aging miracle. Studies have shown that fasting can promote healthy aging by reducing oxidative stress and encouraging cell repair. Fasting triggers processes that help keep you looking and feeling younger for longer. It's like getting a free facelift without going under the knife. Fasting doesn't just help you lose weight, it helps you look and feel younger too. So here's the big question. Why are we still holding on to the idea of 3 meals a day when fasting and eating less frequently have so many benefits? We've been lied to. This idea that we need 3 meals and snacks to stay healthy is more about industry profits than actual health. It's time to rethink what's really healthy. Maybe the real secret to staying healthy is giving your body space to reset by fasting and eating less frequently. But as always, talk to your doctor and find what works best for your body. If you're interested in fasting, give it a try and see how it feels for you. So the next time someone tells you breakfast is the most important meal of the day, tell them, actually, fasting might be the secret to better health. And don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a comment. Do you fast or do you eat 3 meals a day? Let's talk about it.